this video, I'm going to go over how to build characters and use the character work dashboard in the Storyteller OS. After you've created and set up a project in the Storyteller OS, scroll down to your list of dashboards and click on the character work dashboard. If you've already started to build your book, you might see some characters you've already created via some of the relation properties in other databases. This characters section shows a gallery view of all the characters based on the type you've selected for them, whether they are major characters, secondary characters, historical characters, deities, or you can see a list of all of your characters in this view. You can create a new character by clicking this new button here, or by clicking this blue new button at the top right. Make sure the character builder template page template is set by default by clicking the down arrow icon next to new. If it's not set by default, you just have to click on the 3 dots next to the page template's name and select set as default. Alright, let's create a new character. When the new character page is done populating the template, we'll give our character a name. Let's call this character Sirius Black. Depending on where you click new to create this new character, the character type might already be selected. You can change it here. We'll label Sirius as a secondary character. Here you can select already existing characters from your characters database, or create new characters from these properties to tie this character's parents and children. We're not going to add any parents or children to Sirius, but we could if we wanted to. Let's scroll down here to the details section. This database view will display all the details connected to Sirius Black from our details database. So all the notes and details we make in other areas of our project that are tied to him will show up here. Down here we have more information we can add for Sirius. This is a placeholder image that is populated for this character template. This spot is designated for an image of your character. If we go back to this gallery view, you'll see the card preview is the placeholder image. If we go back to Sirius's page and replace this placeholder with an image of him, you'll see now his image shows up in his card preview. Make sure you place the image that you want displayed as the card preview of your character in a gallery view by placing it as the first image on their respective page. Down below the image are just some basics of the character, their aliases, age in the story, their general appearance, and other info. You don't have to use this info if you don't want to, and you can delete it. These 2 toggle groups are character questions you can answer to help you think more in depth of your character. You'll find questions like these littered throughout the character template. If we go through this column, this database view will show all the scenes that Sirius Black appears in. This related locations section is a database view of any locations related to our character. The character timeline is a database view of the historical events database and shows any events our character was a part of. And this related world elements database view shows any world elements tied to our character. You can create new locations, events, and world elements straight from these 3 database views. But if you are wanting to connect already existing scenes, locations, events, or world elements to your character, don't use these database views. To connect already existing elements to your character, scroll up to the top of the page and find the specific element you want to tie here in these minimized properties. Once you select an already existing element from the properties up here, you can scroll down here and see the element shown here as well. If we scroll down here and open this toggle, we can start to really build out the complexities of our character through this 9-step character building guide, which gives the ability to select from hundreds of already created character attributes like archetypes, enneagrams, positive traits, negative traits, needs, and values. It'll also help you build out things for your character like the character's goal or motivation, the lie that they believe, and their ghost/wound to make them even more complex. This guide has plenty of instructions to help you along the way. So after you've gone through the character building guide, in this character profile section, you'll see all the attributes you've built and tied to your character, all neat and organized. Also, once you're done building your character with the guide, you can actually just delete the guide section to keep your page clean. This backstory section is where you can build your character's backstory using the ghost/wound you created in the character building guide and these character questions down here. You can write your character's backstory down here. And this character questionnaire section contains dozens of more character questions you can answer to help you really dig deep into your character. Finally, this research section is a database view of your research library, and it will show all the research items you've collected and taken notes on that helped you build this character. And that's building a character in the Storyteller OS. Let's go back to the character work dashboard and explore this character connection section. This section is pretty insightful. How your characters interact with each other is a crucial part of your story. You can use the database views in this section to find how they can bond or butt heads based on the attributes you've given to them in the character building process. So as you build characters in your project and use the 9-step guide for each character that helps you connect various attributes for them, these database views in the character connection section will start to populate with insights you can use while writing scenes. This shared values view shows a list of values if multiple characters possess them. Discovering characters who have shared values can give you something for them to bond over or something to respect each other for. The shared strengths view shows a list of positive traits and if multiple characters possess them. Characters who have shared positive traits can be a great way for them to bond with each other in scenes. Sometimes people butt heads with people who remind them of themselves. This shared weaknesses view shows a list of negative character traits and if multiple characters possess them. Discovering characters who have shared negative traits can give you good opportunities for characters to run into conflict with each other. Here's a cool one. Shared Enneagrams. This view shows what characters are which of the 9 Enneagrams from your character building. Characters who are the same Enneagram can lead to friendships or rivalries. It also shows the description and other info for each Enneagram. But if we scroll over here, you'll see these two properties: growth characters and stress characters. Each Enneagram has a path of healthy growth that requires the good qualities of another corresponding Enneagram. This growth characters property shows characters who are the corresponding Enneagram that is meant to be the healthy growth direction for this Enneagram. You can use this property to discover characters who could be a good influence in character growth for the characters of this particular Enneagram. On the flip side of that is the stress characters property. Similar to healthy growth, each Enneagram has a path of stress or disintegration that takes the unhealthy qualities of another corresponding Enneagram. This stress characters property shows characters who are the corresponding Enneagram that is meant to be an unhealthy direction for this Enneagram. Use this property to discover characters who could be bad influences for the characters of a particular Enneagram. This shared needs view shows a list of needs and if multiple characters possess them. Discovering characters who have shared needs can give characters something to work together towards, compete against, or bond over. And this affiliations view shows your list of groups, gangs, races, etc., and what characters share the same affiliations. And that's how you use the character work dashboard in the Storyteller OS. Learn more about the Storyteller OS at storyflint.com.